Hello and welcome back to the Crafty Corner. I'm Jenna and this is part 2 of Frozen Winter. Today we're going to be diving into one of the brand new Tim Holtz die sets. We're going to be looking at abstract elements and we're going to be building a wolf with these pieces. So if you'd like to see which supplies I'm going to be using, go ahead and pause here. All right, let's head over to the Crafty Corner. For today's creation, I'm going to be creating a journal spread, and I wanted to feature the new Tim Holtz die set, Abstract Elements. Now, Abstract Elements is absolutely fascinating. This is a collection of different shapes, and the neat thing is you can build pretty much whatever you want. The sky's the limit. You only need to use your imagination and allow yourself to see the possibilities with shapes. Now, I'm going to show you a quick project that I had done earlier, kind of as a test run with this die set so that you can see what I mean. Here is the first project that I made with the die set. So, when I first saw this die set, my first thought was fish. I saw this shape and that reminded me of fish scales, and then we have this piece over here which became the fish's body, and then we have a variety of circle pieces that could easily become eyes. All that was needed were the right colors and the proper assembly of shapes. So today, for our theme Frozen Winter, I am going to be creating a white wolf, more specifically a dire wolf. I recently finished watching Game of Thrones Season 8, so I've got wolves on the brain. Now, looking at this die set, it can be a little bit confusing to stare at the package and see the colors already here. What I like to do is take this out of the packaging and just look at the shapes for shapes. So to start this process, I'm first going to be selecting my basic shapes to make a wolf. Immediately, I am seeing this piece. This to me looks kind of like a snout. Perhaps the nose could be here. For the nose, I could use one of the circle pieces. And then for the face, I think this larger piece, or perhaps this one, could do quite nicely. If I turn this on this side, oh, there we go. Now I am starting to see a wolf. It's all about changing the shapes and changing your perspective so that you can see what you want to build. And then we've got two circles that can become eyes. Oh, I could use this part now for the body of the wolf. Then, oh, we've got this. This could easily become a tail. I'm thinking I might be cutting this part several times to give the wolf some more body. And let's see here, what do we have that could work for ears? Oh, perfect. If I take this one shape, I could cut it in half, and there we go, wolf ears. Okay, so this is my process for finding shapes and taking those shapes and making them into something that they are not. Now, the wolf's going to need some texture. So this is a nice little squiggly piece. That could become some fur. Let's see here, anything else that could be, oh, there we go. This could become the legs, and there we go. We've got a paw right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start die cutting these pieces and see where this takes us. And we're going to be assembling a dire wolf. And for die cutting, I'm going to be using a vagabond, and I'm going to be die cutting from some Tim Holtz Distress watercolor cardstock. And I've already put some double-sided sticky tape on the back. That's going to make it so much easier to assemble our pieces. All right, let's start die cutting some shapes. Now that we have all of our pieces cut, let's go ahead and start assembling our wolf. I believe I'm going to hold off on coloring until I have everything mostly assembled. There's a couple of pieces that I think I could color right now, so I will do those, but for the most part I want to wait. Okay, so the first piece that I definitely will be coloring is going to be the nose. So that's going to be a simple black piece. That's going to be this one right here, so we will just color that in. Okay. That is good. And the other piece that I think I would like to do are going to be the ears. I'm going to take this piece and cut it in half, and that will become ears for our wolf. But let's give that just a little bit of color. Today I am using my Distress Watercolor pencil palette, where I have been saving all of the shavings from each time I sharpen a pencil. So we're going to go in with just a little bit of blue and paint the inside of each ear. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and start assembling. So for the face of the wolf, I'm using this piece paired with this little teardrop that's kind of got a bit of a snout look to it. So we're going to take that and I'm going to stick that down here. This is going to become the face of our wolf. Let's see, I want to put that about here. That looks, let's adjust that just a little bit. Okay, pretty good. Now let's get the body of our wolf. I'm going to attach the head, then I think we will attach the ears. Yep. Just like that. Let's do the nose next. So far this is just a case of turning pieces into stickers and sticking them into spots where they're going to form something for us. Now, with the pieces, there's no rule that says that you can't cut them or alter them. So that's exactly what we're going to do with the wolf ears. So, and stick the ears that way. Okay, so, oh, that's already peeled off. So we're just going to take the ears. I want to set those at a little bit of an angle. Oh, that is looking very wolfish already. I like it. I think I need a little bit more fur on the top, but I'll worry about that in a little bit. Next, let's see about the rest of the body of the wolf. Yep, that will work. I'm gonna peel this off. It's okay if I'm unsticking most of this. I can always alter things later. That's good, I like that. Oh, this piece is going to become one of the back haunches. So as you can see, it's just a case of peeling and sticking. Okay, that's good. Now, let's see about the legs. Got, how do I want to do this? Do I want this? Yeah, like that. All right, we're going to have to peel off the back of this. Not a big deal. Okay, good. And we'll take this piece. This is going to be another leg. And we can put that right here. And we'll take the last leg. That's going to go over there. Let's take this. This is going to be turning into a paw. Oh, yeah, I really like that. And we'll take this. That's going to be another paw. Oh, this is working out even better than I had thought. Cool. All right, and another leg. Let's get that sticker peeled off. All right, just like that. And here's the other paw. I want to peel that up. Okay. I am unbelievably happy with this. So for creating this, it's really just about seeing the potential of the pieces and then putting them together and making something. If that is difficult and not a skill that you have, I would suggest drawing out the shape that you would like to make, or finding a picture and printing it out and then seeing which shapes could fit into your idea. Okay, now the tail. Fortunately, I can see what I want to make, and then just looking at the shapes, they kind of fit together like puzzle pieces. And I think that part is really neat. This really is just a giant puzzle waiting to be assembled. Okay, now let's work on the eyes. Okay, we'll take that. That's going to go here. And this part is going to go over here. So I'm just finishing up the wolf face. Oh, I like this. This is turning out really cute. And I've got these little ruffles that I can turn into fur in just a little bit. Now let's get the eyes on. I'm going to take that little circle, peel off the sticky back. I'm going to put that here. Oh, these I actually should color before I stick them down because these are going to be red. Because the dire wolf in question that we are making goes by the name of Ghost, and he is characterized by his bright red eyes. Okay. Let's just add some red. It's not quite the red I would like. Let's try another one. Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I want to darken that up just a little bit. Okay. Not quite. There we go. That's what I am looking for. Okay, I'm going to give that a moment to dry. Let's see here. Let's try to work on some fur. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this. I'm going to snip that off. I know that. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I can just turn that. I'm not sure. Maybe I can put that. Oh, that's okay. I kind of like that. Just having little bits and pieces. Okay. So we'll cut that in half as well. Put that there. Turn this way. Give that a quick little trim. Yeah, now I'm liking that much better. Let's see. A little bit more fluffiness over here. Give that a trim. And there we go. Okay, now the eyes should be all dry. I'm just going to pop those off the sheet and place them. You have to be very careful. My fingers are probably going to get a little bit red. Okay, yep, fingers got red, but I can just quickly clean them off. And now the last piece. Okay, and here is our dire wolf. That came out pretty cool. Now I do want to add a little bit more color, and to do that we're going to be pulling in the watercolor paint palette, and I'm just going to brush on a little bit of color using the Tim Holtz Ranger fine tipped water brush. I just want to add just like a little bit of blue here and there to highlight some of the fur. Whoop. Okay. So we're just going to go with kind of that pale blue over here. And we're just going to brush that on and just kind of try to highlight some different areas. So after you have all of your die cuts placed in the way that you want, you can go back in with a water brush, or you could go in with a colored pencil, maybe a mini ink blender, and then add more life to your die cuts by painting them. This could be completely covering each piece, or it could be adding little highlights like I'm doing right here. It is absolutely limitless, and your imagination is really the only limitation. Okay. Oh. I really like this quite a bit. This is coming out really well. Okay, a little bit along here. Good. A little bit there. And I just want to highlight the little fur ruffles. Now just going in and adding little bits here and there. And I think I might do something to highlight the claws. All right, so almost done. All right, next we're just going to add a couple of quick little lines for the claws and a couple of dots over here for the eyes. There we go. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There. I am very pleased with this direwolf. So that would be my process for assembling an original die cut creation using the new Tim Holtz die set abstract elements. And I also highly recommend placing all of your elements onto a magnetic sheet. It is so much easier to look at all these pieces when they're neatly laid out, and of course you can arrange them in any way that makes the most sense to you. Now that we've finished with our focal point, we're going to go ahead and give our cute little direwolf a landing zone. So this background is one that I made during last Saturday's Tim Holtz Live, and this is with one of the new embossing folders mosaic. The detail on this is fantastic. So it was originally a distress inked background with a dash of distress oxide that was embossed, then sprayed with resist spray stain, and then distress crayon was smudged into this. I used walnut stain and Salvaged patina for the distress crayon. Anyway, we're going to be using this as a landing zone for our direwolf. And to bring a little bit more emphasis to the direwolf, I have cut a circle of silver that we're going to be using as part of the landing zone. So we're going to go ahead, take our circle, and we are going to add a bit of collage medium to it. The circle was cut with some Sizzix basic shapes, and it was cut out of some of the Tim Holtz Metallic Ideology craft stock. All right, bit of glue, that's good. And let's go ahead and stick this down. Okay, right here looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now, let's go ahead and add our direwolf. I like it. That is pretty cool. So we're just going to stick that here, and that is going to be the main focal point of the journal. All right, thank you so much for joining me here for part 2 of the Funkie Junkie Inspiration Avenue Frozen Winter theme. As always, we greatly look forward to seeing all of your fantastic makes. If you would like to share your creations, go ahead and hashtag the Funkie Junkie. And until part 3, happy crafting.